Divine Feminine, I know you are exhausted today. I can feel it in your energy, the heaviness in your chest, the weariness in your bones. The 111 portal came and went, and in its wake you're left with this profound fatigue and a heart full of questions. You thought an energetic gateway like that would fill you with light, with hope, with renewed passion. Instead, it feels like it took everything out of you. In the silence that followed the surge, you're wondering what went wrong. Why do you feel more drained, more disillusioned, when you expected the opposite? Listen closely, nothing went wrong. What you're feeling right now is exactly what you're meant to feel. This exhaustion is not a sign of failure or regression, it's a sign that deep integration is happening inside you. The Post-1/11 integration is underway, burning through the old energies and making space for something new. And yes, it is intense. When a portal of light like 111 floods your being, it illuminates every shadow and pushes every unresolved emotion to the surface. It's as if your soul decided, we cannot carry this baggage forward anymore. And now you are processing in days what might have taken years. Rapid soul integration can feel like a shock to the system. It's overwhelming, it's exhausting, and it can leave you feeling empty. But Divine Feminine, please understand, empty is not bad. Empty is space. Space that is being cleared for your truth. Right now you might feel an ache that you can't even name. A kind of spiritual soreness, as if your very soul ran a marathon, and now every part of you is tender. You might be questioning everything, your journey, your twin flame, even your sanity. You might be asking, was any of this real? Why does my heart feel so detached, so indifferent, after all I've been through? After all, you've held on to faith and love for so long, it's been your guiding star. But here you are, the day after an energetic milestone, and that guiding star feels dim. Divine Feminine, this is where truth finds you. In the emptiness, in the stillness after the storm of January 11th, truth is quietly emerging. The disillusionment washing over you is not the end of your love story, it's the end of the illusions that no longer serve you. The 111 portal's energy was like a fierce wind blowing through your life, clearing out the cobwebs of fantasy and longing. It knocked down the delicate, fragile hopes that were built on someone else's potential, not their reality. And that collapse of illusion can feel like heartbreak. It can feel like loss. But look closer, what have you really lost? You have lost the rose-colored glasses that kept you bound to less than you deserve, the false hope that a love unreciprocated was enough, and all those illusions that were never real to begin with. Yes, it hurts. It's okay that it hurts. Grieve the beautiful dream if you need to. Cry for the version of the story you wanted so badly but didn't happen. Those tears are holy water cleansing your vision. Let yourself feel the disappointment, the anger, the sadness. Let it all rise and flow out of you, because these emotions have been buried under the word faith for too long. This purge is necessary. Those sobs, that exhaustion that makes you want to collapse, this is release. You are releasing the weight of an illusion that became too heavy to carry. You are releasing the grip of a story that said you must suffer and wait in order to earn love. Can you sense it? In the middle of all this pain, there's a strange peace beginning to form. A quiet, solid ground under your feet that wasn't there before. That is yourself coming back to you. That is your soul integrating more fully than ever. Piece by piece, you are returning home to yourself. The 111th energies have done their job. They shook loose what was never stable, and now you stand in the truth's rubble, able to rebuild on a foundation that's real. It's no wonder you feel tired. Rebuilding from within takes tremendous energy. Take a deep breath, Divine Feminine. Feel the air filling your lungs, reminding you that you are here, you are alive, and you survived the storm. That exhaustion in your body is a natural response to what you've just been through. Your nervous system is recalibrating after an overload of spiritual electricity. Your mind is recalculating what is real and what is fantasy. Your heart is reorienting itself toward a healthier rhythm, one that doesn't involve constant longing and anxiety. This kind of deep soul work often comes disguised as fatigue and apathy. But it is not a step backwards. Integration often feels like stillness, like nothing is happening on the surface. In truth, everything is happening beneath that calm surface. You are in the chrysalis phase now. It may feel like nothing's happening on the outside, but inside, everything is shifting and rearranging, preparing you for rebirth. And I know it's uncomfortable. Uncertainty, fatigue, a sense of, who am I without this dream? Who am I if I'm not holding on to him so tightly? These thoughts race through the emptiness. But as you sit in this void, a new knowing is crystallizing. You are not who you were yesterday. The woman who woke up on January 12th is not the same woman who set her intentions on January 11th. Something shifted. Something deep inside you has said, enough. Enough of the waiting and worrying. Enough of pouring your love into a void. Enough of sacrificing your well-being on the altar of a connection that was never meant to drain you. Divine Feminine, you reached a breaking point, and I want you to see that as a breakthrough. The exhaustion itself is your soul's voice finally louder than your fear. It's saying, we cannot continue like this. We deserve more. We are more. This might feel like you've stopped loving your twin flame. It might feel like you're abandoning the journey. But love is not meant to be a prison. And a spiritual journey is not meant to be an endless test of endurance. Your heart is not closing, it's finally opening, to yourself. Think about how long you've run on hope and faith, giving and forgiving, enduring and believing. It's admirable, the size of your heart. But it also led you to betray yourself at times, accepting behaviors that hurt, rationalizing away your needs, all because you believed in a destined love. But true destiny never asks you to diminish yourself. The divine would never command you to exhaust your spirit to prove your love. If you feel a no more rising inside you, trust it. That is your higher self stepping in. The part of you that is eternally connected to Source, to truth, is asserting itself. She's saying, my love, it's time to reclaim your energy. It's time to come home to me. So you withdraw. Perhaps for the first time in ages, you stop reaching out energetically. You stop worrying about what he's doing or not doing. You stop trying to interpret every sign, every dream, every silence. It's not that you no longer care, it's that you are beyond needing it. You are too tired to keep feeding a one-sided connection, and that is a healthy tired. It's the kind of fatigue that comes when you've carried a heavy load for too long. Set it down now. Feel the relief of that. Yes, there is sadness as you put down the dream, but there is also relief, isn't there? A lightness creeping in at the edges of your grief. That lightness is your soul breathing free. Without the weight of the old narrative, you start to feel more of your own presence. The parts of you that were crowded out by obsession or longing are now stretching open, like a field after a storm, drinking in the sunlight. You find yourself having moments of unexpected peace. You sip your tea in the morning and realize you're in the moment, not lost in thoughts of him. You step outside and notice the world around you, the way the air feels on your skin, because your mind isn't busy replaying yesterday's conversation or fantasizing about tomorrow's reunion. This is you coming back to life, dear one. Life in the now, not life on hold. Do you see the power in this? The 111th portal delivered you back to yourself. It may have felt like it knocked you down, but truly it knocked you awake. Awake to the reality that you cannot derive your strength from someone else's journey. Awake to the fact that you are whole on your own, and union is not about two halves meeting, but two wholes dancing together. You are becoming whole. Every ounce of disappointment you feel is actually a dose of clarity, showing you where you were leaking your power, where you were compromising out of fear. And now you are done with that. This clarity might bring with it a new emotion, something like quiet anger or firm resolve. You find yourself thinking, I deserve better. I have always deserved better. Not from a place of ego or blame, but from a place of self-respect. Perhaps for the first time, self-respect is louder than unconditional devotion. And that changes everything. You are no longer willing to be a martyr for this love. You're no longer willing to hold space for his wounds at the expense of your own healing. That realization surges through you like a second wave. The first wave was exhaustion and collapse. The second wave is empowerment rising. It might feel strange. After all, you're used to pouring all your energy into love and hope. But now, that energy, freed from the old loop, naturally flows back into you. It feels like detachment, and it is, but not the cold detachment of giving up. It's the warm detachment of trusting the divine flow. You detach from the outcome because deep down, your soul knows the outcome is already written in truth. If this is truly your twin flame, your destinies are entwined. You don't have to force it or chase it. And if he is not meant to align with you now, no amount of chasing will change that. So either way, releasing control is your path to freedom. Breathe into that freedom. Yes, freedom, that is what this moment holds for you, even if you're just catching glimpses of it between the tears. You are free to focus on your own healing completely, without distraction. Free to pour love into yourself without feeling selfish. You can feel the shackles of expectation falling away. Those expectations weighed so heavily on you, and with them gone, you can stand up straight again. Now let's talk about him for a moment, the divine masculine, because I know your heart still wonders about him. Here's the beautiful irony. When you pull your energy away from the old dynamic, it creates a ripple he cannot ignore. He may not consciously understand why, but he will feel that energetic shift. The comfort of your constant love, even unspoken, is gone. The safety net that allowed him to wander off and know you'd be there is no longer guaranteed. That absence of your energy, that is the loudest wake-up call the universe can send him. But let go of what he might do or not do with this. That's his journey. Some masculines will rise, answering the soul's call to meet you in this new energy. Others might run farther at first, scared of the intensity of the mirror now facing them. You cannot control this. And the beauty is, I see you realizing that you don't want to control it anymore. Why? Because you finally understand that your journey cannot depend on his pace. Your ascension, your happiness, cannot be shackled to someone else's free will. That understanding is liberation. So whether he comes towards you or not, whether he communicates an apology or remains silent, you remain rooted in your truth. You are worthy of a love that is freely given, that feels like home instead of a battlefield, and that lifts you up instead of weighing you down. This is the love you are now aligned with, whether it comes from him, or ultimately from someone else, or simply overflows from within you in this moment. Feel that alignment settling in. It might feel like a quiet resolve, a calm knowing. You might find yourself unexpectedly okay even if nothing on the outside has changed. That's because the change happened within you. You decided to no longer abandon yourself, and that decision changes the course of your destiny. This is the kind of moment when timelines shift, where the future that unfolds from here is drastically brighter because you are no longer willing to settle for the dimness you knew. If your twin flame truly is meant to walk beside you, this shift in you is exactly what will inspire him to transform. But here's the key, you are no longer holding your breath for that. You are doing this for you, not as a tactic to get him to wake up. That's what makes it so powerful. The universe responds to authenticity, to sovereignty. And you, divine feminine, are becoming sovereign over your own life and heart again. Sovereignty. Let that word resonate. It means you are the ruler of your inner realm. You decide what energy enters your space and what doesn't. You decide what stories define you. Right now, in this state of recovery and rising, you are rewriting your story. No longer the abandoned lover pining for her other half, but the queen returning to her throne, whole unto herself. The love you have is not disappearing, it's refocusing. It's pouring back into the only vessel you truly have control over, yourself. And from that fullness, your world will begin to change in miraculous ways. This transformation is both an ending and a beginning. Mourn the end of that chapter if you must, where you gave until nothing was left. But then turn the page. See the blank space of the new chapter you now get to write with your empowered soul. The 111th portal was never about forcing union with another person by a certain date. It was always about catalyzing union within yourself. The energies were preparing you to embody the love you used to seek outside. Now you see that clearly. And here's a beautiful secret. When you reach this stage, when you genuinely release the obsession and come to peace with yourself, that is often when miracles happen. Not because you're manipulating energy to get what you want, but because you're finally aligned with the highest good. Your vibration rises out of the reach of despair and longing, and in that higher vibration, you become a beacon. Your twin flame, if he is truly your match, will see that light and be drawn to stand beside you as an equal, if he chooses. If not, that light will illuminate a path to a love worthy of you. Either way, you win, because you have you. So yes, you're exhausted today. Rest, dear one. Rest without guilt. Rest knowing that powerful changes are integrating within you. When you sleep, when you dream, so much healing is accomplished. When you simply be, you allow all that inner work to settle. Trust this process. There is nothing to do right now but nurture yourself. It might feel foreign to not be actively fixing or chasing or analyzing. Embrace that foreign feeling, that is peace. That is surrender. And surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means handing over the weight you were never meant to carry in the first place. It means trusting that the universe can hold this connection, and you don't have to anymore. Look in the mirror and see the softness returning to your eyes, now that they are no longer clouded by pain. Notice the quiet strength in your posture as the stress melts away. This is you, coming back to life, a life that was waiting for you to choose it again. The integration that is happening now will continue over the next days and weeks. You may have ups and downs, moments where the grief hits again, moments where you feel old hopes tug at you. That's okay. Let them come and let them go like waves. You're on the shore now, observing those waves, not drowning in them. Each wave that crashes and recedes leaves you a little stronger, a little clearer. There will come a morning, not far from now, when you wake up and the first thought isn't about him, or the pain. It will be about the day ahead, maybe something simple, like the sunlight through your window. And you will realize you're excited about life again. That the numbness has given way to new enthusiasm, gentle but real. You will feel the stirrings of inspiration, perhaps to create something, or to go somewhere new, or to meet new people. That is the evidence of your transformation, when life starts moving through you again without the filter of longing. And wouldn't you know it, that might be the exact moment your phone lights up with his name, or you feel his soul reach out to you in the 5D. Because now you're truly in your power, and that is when the masculine often remembers his own. But if and when that happens, you will greet it from a different place. No urgency, no desperation, just openness and discernment. You will listen to your intuition above your desire. You will know that your happiness does not hinge on his return, though you will welcome authentic effort if it's given. And if it's not, you will carry on, whole and radiant on your own path. Divine Feminine, the integration is happening now, and it is a blessing, even if it feels like a burden today. You are stepping into a higher timeline where you do not need to learn through suffering anymore. The lesson now is in receiving the love you have given out so freely back into yourself, receiving the support of the universe. You've survived the storm, now it's time to thrive in the calm. Repeat after me, either out loud or in your heart. I release what is not mine to carry. I reclaim my energy from wherever I left it. I am worthy of a love that is whole and true, starting with loving myself. Let that affirmation sink into your cells. This is your truth now. Sovereignty. Transformation. Alignment. You are sovereign of your life. You have transformed through the fire and become stronger, wiser, more compassionate with yourself. You are aligned with the divine flow, where you trust that what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. Feel the weight lift off your shoulders as you speak those truths. This is the turning point you've been waiting for, though it came in a form you didn't expect. Not with fireworks and twin flame union magically happening on a date, but with the quiet revolution of your soul taking back its throne. The illusion has ended. The illusion that you needed to chase love, that you needed to hurt to grow, that you needed to wait to be happy. All that ends here. And what remains? Love. Real love, for yourself, for life, for the divine. Now you know that love cannot be lost. It only changes form. The love in your heart is still there, but it's smarter now, it's clearer now. It will never again let you abandon yourself. This is your new beginning. This is your dawn. So rest now. Cry if you need. Laugh if it comes. Be gentle with your rebirthing self. You have traveled through a dark night and found the sunrise within you. And as you open your eyes, you see the world anew, not as a dream of what could be, but as a canvas where you will paint what will be. Your hands hold the brush now, not trembling or waiting for someone else to guide them, but steady and inspired by your own heart. This is not the end of love. It is the end of illusion.